And we're up. All right, so last time in the world of Soma, it's been a couple of weeks, but we are back. Last time we left our intrepid heroes down in a strange extra dimensional space, hidden away at the heart of the Thea Commerce Group headquarters. There, our heroes found a strange extra dimensional chapel, which has led them into this strange research lab that was seemingly burrowed both down into the stone and earth, but also into other realities. Our heroes fought through various experimental chambers. They rescued some creatures, they killed some creatures ominously escaped, and they finally fought their way all the way down to where they found the head of the Thea Commerce Group, Aldrin. Or as they also discovered, Aldrin, Prophet of the Void, Prophet of Infinite Darkness. Tiamat's primary agent in the world of Soma. Defeating him was not easy, as you discovered that he didn't seem to be fully limited to his body, but instead seemed to have strange multiverse manipulating abilities that allowed him to call on the aid of other versions of himself. But you all managed to prevail, even after Jack was temporarily replaced by a dark and twisted version of himself, and you defeated him. He left behind only his mask, this strange mask that not only had you never seen him without, but you have come to suspect might somehow be the true form of Aldrin. It also happens to be the item that you have come here to procure, on the promise that the mad wizard Varix Ilin will be able to use it to allow you to take the fight to Tiamat herself, engaging her in the extra-dimensional multiversal space that she calls home. You all were very substantially injured at the end of the battle, but luckily for you all, defeating Aldrin seems to have badly destabilized this space. There are cracks running not just through the physical material, but through space itself. You all race up from this strange chamber in which you fought him back into the research facility. All the living creatures seem to have escaped. The dimensional rifts are growing and breaking into new areas of the lab, unleashing strange forces. You all race through, you reach the chapel up above, and you can see that whatever this distortion is even worse there. The windows of the chapel that you had used to sort of attune to this space are cracking. There are spiderweb cracks running through the glass, and they begin to shatter. As each one shatters, the entire chapel rocks back and forth. But finally, after the last window shatters, you are suddenly come to a hard stop. And the door opens, and you can see the space outside. The Thea Commerce Group headquarters that you left not too long ago. Outside, there is chaos and confusion. As you all race through, everybody give me an insight check. As you return to the night air, you find that there is some kind of factional split happening in the Thea Commerce Group. All sorts of weird things are happening. You see some people screaming and just running around in apparent confusion. You see some folks who have seemingly ripped their faces off, revealing them to be horrifying masks. And underneath, the void is streaming out from them. Some folks seem to be waking up as if they have been in a strange, delirious state for some time. You all are easily able to just run out into the night as this conflict flares up into open violence. And the Thea Commerce headquarters, you start to see fires break out. This place is tearing itself apart. And you all are able to escape. So, while you all were here, staging this daring acquisition, you know that the resistance forces were marching on the capital. This moment of confusion as oh, I'll remember his name in a second. There we go. As General Wilhelm's mad march across the hinterlands has left huge swaths of territory undefended, including basically a direct route to the capital. So as they are in conflict with the Morin forces in Cardia, you all are able to return to Shorewood. You are quite battered, and this island on the back of this turtle, there, it's quite a bit emptier than you've ever seen before. You'll have watched this place kind of fill in over the months and years since you first came here, and now basically everyone is gone for this invasion of the capital. Excuse me. What would you all like to do? Oh, hold on just a second. Apparently, once again, the audio sources are not reading correctly. There we go. Ha! Now you're in there. All right, go again. Sorry.
All right. So we stay here for the 9 and 2. All right. We rally. We gather our spirits and strengths. Then, in 2 days, at daybreak, we're gonna make our way to the capital to partake in the siege.
Do we need to bring the mask thingy back to the person that sent us to go get it in the first place?
That's details. We'll deal with that afterwards.
If we're not giving it up immediately, um, can we try and inspect it during this 2-day downtime?
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome to give it a shot.
I want to see if I can figure out anything about that mask. Messing with all those dials and looking into the abyss of the multiverses has got me curious.
Just don't put it on, Oh,
We'll
weren't we
see.
trying to also avoid touching it? Because we were kind of afraid of that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Good point. Maybe I won't do that.
I say we bring it to that guy and talk to him more about what it is, what it does. See if he has some insight. See if it's going to kill us by touching it.
How long will that take?
I anticipate that it'll take us 2 days, but that's just a guess.
So yeah, you all go to take this somewhat unsettling item. It has an ominous energy to it ever since you retrieved it. Varix has slowly acquired more and more space. More and more of Shorewood is now sort of his domain. And you all saw when you left, he had been working on this massive device. It was an orrery the size of a whole room. Truly massive. Depicting not the movement of stars and planets, but seemingly these impossible geometries of dimensions to one another. Somehow able to track the way in which the multiverse breathes and flows from one moment to the next. He is lost, sort of buried down in this device as you all come in. He is like, you hear the sounds of tools. There is clanking as he's like battering something. Strange arcane energy is running through the machine. You all see his primary assistant, Hugh Mann, the large, bulky humanoid figure, running back and forth, retrieving items as Varix demands each one.
Man, that's the second biggest orrery I've ever seen.
First one being your mom.
Hearing your all's voices, Varix pops his head up. His long dark hair is sort of pulled back. His darker skin tone is a touch paler. You get the impression he has maybe not left this room since he sent you all out. Just because of things you have just said, Jack, your eyes are drawn to something near the center of the device. There is this like intricate, delicate looking metallic framework holding what looks to be a perfectly polished circular disc of obsidian. It almost has like a polished black surface to it, like a refined marble. And as you look into it, even for just a second, you suddenly get the impression of something looking back out at you.
I kind of get a shiver down my spine and back away a little quickly and going, what's this exactly?
I think you would recognize this. Because you all went, we decided you all went on mostly the same adventures in your dimension. You all retrieved a nearly identical disc when you rescued Grandfather Winter. And after some confusing initial impressions, you realized that it was some kind of twisted mirror that would allow you to glimpse other versions of yourself. Mostly the darkest versions. The ones that seem to have some connection to whatever Tiamat is doing. It has been rigged into the center of this device.
I ask him, why do you have that, and what's its purpose?
Oh, it's sort of a rangefinder, a navigational device. We need to send you to her.
Mm.
And that means you all get to do some plane hopping.
Who is her? Who are we being sent to?
Tiamat, the dark
Oh,
dragon god
oh,
of the infinite void and the
fantastic.
multiverse.
Yeah. Awesome.
So you know where she is?
It's not so much that I know where she is, but I know how to help you all to know where she is.
Okay.
He says, you've got the dimensional aperture, right? Gimme, gimme, gimme."
Yeah, who's got it?
I guess we just hand it over.
He takes the mask, seemingly unconcerned about any negative effects it might have,
I knew it.
and takes it over and like you can see that near this obsidian disc there is a similar sort of delicate metallic receptacle that he sort of adjusts and slots the mask into. And you see a sort of starry constellation pattern alight on both sides of the mask. And at the same time, that obsidian disc starts to hum and glow a sort of purple black. And that sort of starry energy on the mask races through the device. And you see the whole orrery begins to shift and move, coming into some kind of strange alignment. As the pieces get closer to whatever destination they're going to reach, it almost forms a kind of dark harmony. And Varix looks at it and nods. And he looks over at you all. And he steps over so that this obsidian pane is between him and you all. And you get the impression that he's almost like looking through it. And he looks across you all, and then he points at Brick. And he says, "You have to be first."
Sure.
Well, if you say so. Don't count me out.
Okay, instructions. Serious time. Here we go. The multiverse is like an ocean that is also a dragon, that is also a deity, that is also an infinite void, and all of it's moving all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just send you to her. It would be like firing you off into space and just hoping you hit a specific planet out there somewhere eventually. Instead, we can follow the threads. Each of you is connected to the other versions of yourself. With these two devices together, we're actually going to use you all as a sort of dimensional compass. And as you wind closer to the darkest versions of yourself, you'll also get closer to her.
Does that mean we're going to run into dark versions of ourselves?
Oh, absolutely. That's what the whole device is designed for.
And then we gotta kill them.
Hey. Or recruit them.
Well, they're dark.
Yeah.
I mean, even the darkest version of me is still rather pleasant.
I mean, but we could always, convince them that helping us fight Tiamat could be in their best interest. So the possibility is there, maybe. But then afterwards, we'd probably have to fight them.
But Tiamat would be dead and lose her grip, so we might not have to fight them, because our control over them would be over, and they'll go back to their right minds. Or their backstory is so deep that we're just going to have to kill them regardless.
Okay, so just a reminder. These versions of yourself are not supposed to... They're not actually supposed to exist.
Oh. Okay.
The... what's a good metaphor? What's a good metaphor? Imagine... Okay, imagine the multiverse is like a dangerous, swirling ocean. Occasionally, enough sand and rock and other things is sort of swept together, and over infinite amounts of time, little islands emerge, little safe spots, spots that are pulled up out of the water where things can grow and thrive and survive. This is all the worlds, all of them, on these little islands. And every time there's a new island, there's a new world, and deities come from other worlds and they bring the world into being. But not every island lasts. The currents shift, they change. The eroding effect of dimensional energies over countless eons, you don't care. Anyway, certain worlds skew towards destruction, towards collapse. Tiamat is swallowing up the worlds that are supposed to collapse. But to stop them from collapsing, she's swallowing up the other worlds, the worlds that are supposed to last and are sustainable. And she's draining the life, the energy, the potential out of those worlds to keep all of these worlds alive, sort of. But it's the energy expenditure is upside down. There's not enough energy in each healthy world to sustain all the worlds that she's pulling into herself. If she isn't stopped, she'll consume every world, run out of energy, and then everything will just dissolve. All of it. Everything. Dissolve. The worlds you're going to weren't meant to last. These versions of yourself are not meant to be. If you defeat her, they won't just die. They will fully cease to exist.
Oh.
We might be able... there might be some wiggle room here and there, but most of these worlds are just going to collapse.
So you're saying they probably wouldn't help us?
Maybe some of them? You don't have to kill them. You just have to have a substantial encounter with each one.
Mm.
But most of them are going to be very inclined to kill you.
Well, let's hope the dark versions of us never learn to fight.
Yeah, maybe they're all like cooks or something.
At
Yeah,
least we've
sure.
already fought mine, right? Or you guys did.
Varix chimes in and is like, "Oh, well, I mean, one version of you, yeah."
I just look a little dejected, just a little bit.
Was this version of us supposed to last? Or am I supposed to disappear too?
That's a good question.
He sort of looks over his readings and says, "If you stop what she's doing, this world and your world should stabilize. But the longer she does this, the less stable all the worlds become."
Well, what are we waiting for? Leroy Jenkins.
Let's do it. Everybody in?
I mean, I'll have to ask you to leave.
I'm prepared to
We
jump.
don't respect that kind of shenanigans around here anymore. We've gone 2 years in this campaign without ever saying that. But yeah, I'm in. Let's go kill other Alexes. And
I wouldn't
Bricks.
promise that none of you have ever said that before.
My memory's bad, but I do not recall us any time ever screaming Leroy Jenkins and running into a fight yet.
As you all are bickering back and forth, Varric's just like, "All right," and slams a button, and the world blinks out around you.
Shit.
It's like,
At least we have chicken.
yeah, I think I stick out my chicken.
Oh my gosh, did he just go in there?
You all find yourselves flung into the void. It's completely overwhelming. At first, you're not even sure. There's no sensation. There's no anything. For half a second, you might actually worry that you're just dead. But after a moment, your eyes sort of adjust. And you realize that you're hanging suspended in quite literally a nebulous space. You see swirling celestial matter flowing through the air, not the air, but through this impossible tapestry of darkness in the distance. You see stars and nebulas and planets. And you can actually, for a second, almost even see the sort of dimensional tide that Varrix was talking about. You can see the way in which energy and matter is flowing through this space. And you watch as it parts around worlds. And you see other places where it flows right up to the edge of those worlds. And you see the edges of the worlds become faded and cracked. You all are hanging there for a moment. And then, Brick, you start to hear whistling wind. The high, shrieking wind of a distant mountain. And that sound resonates with something. You feel it in your chest. And as you feel that resonance, It's like something hooks you by the front of your chest and yanks you forward at impossible speed. The rest of you discover that you are seemingly tethered to Brick, and all 5 of you are ripped through space in a disorienting, impossible blur of motion. You crash to the ground. The air around you is freezing cold. You see trees and snow-covered rocks all extending up into huge mountains. The wind is blowing through fiercely. And you find yourselves on a snowy mountain trail. All of you recognize this mountain. But Brick, you instantly know where you are. This is the Pandoran mountain range. This is home.
Well, should we find evil Brick?
Oh,
I guess
I already
that's right.
know exactly where he's at. We've been here before. I've seen him in my dreams 1,000 times. She's not going to escape us this time.
You think Barrick or Beers have given us the opportunity to, re-equip and get some more health pots before just saying us out?
I think that no, he wouldn't have. But maybe while you all were talking, Hugh, who has seemingly gotten a lot more sort of intelligent and developed over time, might have thought to go sort of refill your bag.
Well, we didn't end up with a long rest somehow, so maybe we had time to.
Also, Alex, have you used any of your potions?
I've used my big ones.
Oh, yeah, it does say 0.
Yeah. I mark them off. I'm really good about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually try to remember to do that. I just don't use them very often.
Sometimes I can eke by, and my parapet wound closure really does help me get my HP back.
So, if everyone wants to, real quick, you can mark. You should have one supreme potion of healing, 2 superior, 2 greater, 4 regular. If you have more than that, don't add to it. Just get it up to that or higher, if that makes sense.
How many greater?
2.
And how many regular?
4.
Or
4.
4. And were we supposed to have any others?
4, 4, 2, 2, 1, from lowest to highest.
Okay.
And as you all sort of take a moment here, Brick, you... Well, let's call this... We're just going to call this a perception check with advantage, just for Brick. All right. Oh, that's weird.
rolled 2 12s. I think that's what threw it off.
Oh, yeah. D&D Beyond got it right. Yeah, with an 18. I was like, man, you rolled super well. And I was like, wait a minute. That can't be right.
Impossibly well.
Yep. So you notice a couple of things. First, I mean, you're a slab. You're used to the mountains. You're used to the cold. You're used to the snow and ice. But you find that you barely even have to think about it. You're moving perfectly across the snow. And actually, the rest of you all notice Brick isn't leaving footprints. You also notice, Brick, you are a couple of shades paler than you were just a moment ago. But strangely, even though the wind here is howling, it should be bitter cold. You don't really feel bothered by it. The rest of you are maybe the coldest you've ever been. So, Brick, as you look around, you remember this isn't just any stretch of mountain. Because the Pandoran Mountains are huge. They extend across a good chunk of the continent. And the slabs are relatively close to sort of the hinterlands and the areas beyond for for access to trade and other people and things like that. This is a different part of the mountain. But you've been here before. But not recently. How old is Brick?
Mid-30s.
Hold on. I have this in my notes somewhere. There it is. Couldn't preview file. Still couldn't preview file. What is happening? Okay. Weird. Google's being strange. Anyway, it's been approximately 30 years since you've been on this path. And I think part of what makes you remember so clearly when you were here is Ares actually leans up against your leg and whines a little. And that's not really Ares' style. Last time you were here, you were freezing cold. The mountain was dark. You had truly horrible breaks and bruises, and you were barely able to carry yourself up this trail. And you were carrying Ares. Not Ares now, but a young pup, a very still and cold young pup. You remember not just the hurt, but not just the sense of cold or exhaustion. You remember a sense of determination as you put one foot in front of the other over and over and over, trying to reach the top of this mountain and the nearly mythical figure who was supposed to be waiting for you at the top. And you sort of snap back to the present. Ares bumps against you again, and then sort of steps to the side. Everybody give me a perception check.
Perception. I don't percent. Oh man, I'm terrible at these.
Rutro Raggy.
You're really good at this.
This cold airs. This really makes it difficult.
I don't know. A 15's not too bad.
I can't see a thing in this snow.
Right. My toes are frozen already.
So, Jack, you notice the air here isn't just cold. Not a normal sort of cold. The air here is like supernaturally cold. To the point where you can tell you're right on the line of like facing some kind of hindrance or physical harm from how cold it is. What do you want to do?
I mean, can I tell if it's magical in nature? Like, is something causing this? Or is it just naturally this cold?
No, like definitionally, this is unnaturally cold. Like this feels like some kind of magic, some kind of elemental shenanigans. There's an energy to it that sort of makes your fur stand on end.
That's the issue. It needs to be down to keep the heat in. I guess I open up my bag and look for any extra clothing or blankets to wrap around me and suggest to everyone else to do the same and just march on, following Brick, who hopefully knows where he's going.
All right. Brick, you are completely unbothered by this cold. But yeah, the rest of you are really starting to feel it.
Well, you guys should probably just huddle around Asmir.
Even Asmir, you feel a little dim.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like your body is having to work harder to burn than it usually does.
Guys, to start catching Asmir on fire with torches. Then he'll get warmer, and then you'll all be warmer because he's
Right. Get some kindling. Use me as a campfire.
Start throwing sticks on him.
I mean, Brick,
Oh,
do you have any idea what might be causing it to be so cold?
Oh yeah, the person that lives up here, the little deity,
Mm.
the one that brought Ares back.
I mean, can we ask him to, like, can we pray to him and ask him to knock it off?
Make it less cold.
No.
He doesn't do that.
Well, if you know somewhere we can take shelter, please lead the way, because I don't know how much longer we can last.
Oh, it won't be that much longer.
Oh,
That much better.
I didn't even know he was playing tonight.
What, Mushy?
Nothing.
Keep walking forward till something happens. Wait a minute. Do I see anything like movement above the rocks? Like shadows?
It's hard to tell. With the trees and the snow, there's just sort of a constant faint susurrus of sound and movement up here. It never really seems still like you would expect.
Well, there's only one place to go. Dig in deep, but head to the one place where we finally met the lady that brought Ares back.
We're going to Disneyland. It's the most magical place on earth.
All right. I'm going to have you all pause right about there.
Mm.
And I'm going to go ahead and need everyone to roll for initiative.
Mm.
Dun dun dun!
I don't want to.
That's so fitting.
That was a better roll than my other rolls have been.
That's my best one yet.
Completely still forms shudder just slightly. And accumulated snow and ice of an unknowable amount of time cracks and shifts and falls to the ground. And you realize that what you thought were rocks pressed up against the mountain were snow-covered creatures.
Oh, nice.
To the north, you see two looming figures, probably 8 to 10 feet tall, but the mountain has seemingly scoured away any trace of flesh or humanoid identity. To the south, you see strange lupine creatures. Parts of their bodies are missing and seemingly knit together with snow and ice. Almost like someone has taken the ragged skeletal remains of some kind of great wolf and refurbished it in snow and ice. And you just barely noticed up high on the cliff top a swirling cloud of snow that doesn't quite look natural. All right, Jack, you are. Can anyone not be surprised? Before I run through all of these.
I should have taken alert, but unfortunately I did not. So, yes, I can be surprised.
Oddly, Vigilant Blessing does nothing about being surprised. All right. Jack, you are surprised. Tiny, you are surprised. The clouds of snow and frost move.
At least I have a reaction now.
One of them comes down and is going to attack Asmir. 15 to hit.
That I think is that's exactly my AC.
Woof.
Oh, I have my cloak, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
My action
Rerolls a
remembered.
21.
Never mind.
It will help in the future as long as you keep remembering.
Yes, one of these times it'll be useful.
So it's less like being attacked and more like having a localized blizzard envelop you. Jagged crystals of ice are blown through the air with incredible force. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of cold damage. Makes a second attack. Make sure I didn't just hit. Okay. 23 to hit.
They'll definitely hit.
$13 bludgeoning, 8 cold. The other one, 13 and 8.
Yeah.
The second one is going to make one attack each against Tiny first. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
17 bludgeoning and 11 cold. What?
I was saying, could I do Hellish Rebuke against the guy that just hit me?
Sure. Oh, wait, no, you haven't acted yet. You don't have a reaction.
Oh, right. Yep.
Because you're surprise.
Never mind. Next time, but not this time.
So that was 17 bludgeoning and 11 cold for Tiny. The dice are out for your all's blood.
That's standard.
That is a crit on Jack.
Jack, it's been good knowing you.
Let me. Is there anything I can do to negate that? I don't know.
I mean, you have uncanny dodge, so you can knock it in half to begin with.
Okay, yeah. So how about you just roll one die instead of rolling crit?
I like to see all the dice.
Fine.
Dice get to decide your fate.
18 bludgeoning and 28 cold. So that's 46 cut to 23.
That was very good that we cut that in half.
One of the wolves gets up. It's going to take advantage of pack tactics, and it is going to come. It's going to come take a bite at Jack. 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll get me.
12 piercing, and you need to give me a strength saving throw. That is a success. You are not knocked prone. Alex, surprised. Asmir, surprised. Another wolfie. That one is going to attack Brick. Jeez. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
16 piercing damage. I don't think I've rolled under 13 so far. And that just rolled max damage.
Man.
So that was 16 piercing, and Brick needs to make a strength saving throw. Brick saves. You are not knocked prone. Brick surprised. Skeletons. You do have a reaction. Do you want to hit it as it enters your space?
Yeah.
I guess that'll actually stop it. Well, if you hit it, it'll stop here. Go ahead and roll for it.
28.
28 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
2.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that was attack number 1. Makes second attack. 27 to hit. What is happening? I need these dice rolls to translate. That's my next character.
It won't.
I know. Oof. 28 slashing. And a 24 to hit.
I'll hit.
Yeah, so that was a 24 to hit. Make sure I didn't just roll.
Yeah,
twice.
24 got me.
And 21 slashing damage. Y'all are level 12 now. You're playing in the big boy leagues. The other skeleton will make one attack against Tiny. 15 to hit.
That'll miss.
That's the first time I've rolled less than 10 so far. And another one against Alex. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that got me.
25 slashing. So, in less than a moment, these hidden icy forms suddenly rush out and tear into you all. But your confusion only lasts for a moment. Jack, you are up.
But you missed this wolf.
Oh, you're right.
Shh. No, it's okay. That wolf has amnesia. Doesn't remember if it's
What
a
the
bad guy
heck?
or not.
He didn't hear them say attack, so he's
Yeah.
surprised too.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll remove it because for some reason D&D Beyond removed it, but it definitely was there because it named the other two creatures B and C,
Oh, weird.
so
But
it definitely
decided
knew
A,
it was there. Huh?
but it's
Don't know how
not
that
there
happened.
now. Huh.
All right.
Okay then.
Jack, you're up.
Um. Okay, I am. I'm gonna use my ability Rabbit Hop to jump 20 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. So that'll be the first thing I do. And it's just part of my movement, not necessarily an action or bonus action.
Nope, that's a bonus action.
Is it really?
Yep.
Yep, it does. It says that in the very first thing. Still, I'm still doing it.
I could do it anyways.
Yeah, so here, I just want to jump 10 feet away from the wolf. And then I'm just going to make my way around to the other side of the. Are they frost giants? What are these things? Do I know?
Frozen monster things.
That seems to be some kind of like animated cloud of frost and snow.
Well, I'm gonna flank it with Tiny, so I can have advantage and try and attack it with my uh unlucky blade. Getting a 28 to hit,
28 will hit.
dealing 14 piercing and 18 sneak.
Jeez.
So 32? Yeah. And it'll have disadvantage on its next attack. Is that how this works?
I believe so. Because you did a sneak attack with the Maledict Blade.
Yep. So he'll have disadvantage on its next attack.
All right. Give him a green dot so we remember. All right.
And that's my movement, bonus action, and action. So, wait, do I get a second attack with it? No.
No.
No, that's only if I'm doing my bonus action attack. Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
All right. Tiny, you're up.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to mage hand push skeleton dude towards Alex, assuming that would provoke an opportunity attack for me.
Forced
And
movement doesn't.
okay, would it create an opportunity attack for Alex?
No.
No.
It has to be. There's only a handful of abilities that do that. Most of the time, if you like throw something, an ability like that, it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Hmm. In that case, we're gonna start up some Twilight Sanctuary, because you got to.
Does.
All right. All right. That is an action. Anything is a bonus action. Hello?
No, I don't think I really have anything as a bonus action then.
Spirit weapon is bonus action if you want to use it.
Yeah, I would do that then. Now I'd stick it right about.
And as I discovered, you can attack with it the turn you cast it, which is pretty awesome.
Right there?
Yeah, that looks like a good spot for her.
All right. Which one do you want to attack?
The one that the troll dude that Jack was attacking.
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
Would it have advantage? No, because it's a thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be me and you who have it. You have to be able to draw a straight line through it.
Actually, no, I take that back. You do if you're attacking this thing, you do have advantage. Even though it
Why
only sort of makes sense.
Why does he have advantage? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I would count that as flanking.
Yeah, I agreed. But his spirit weapon is the thing attacking.
Spirit weapon is an object, not a. He's making the attack, if I understand it correctly.
Oh, that's so the spirit weapon could be anywhere around the frost
Yeah.
and still have advantage. Interesting.
There
Good
are
to know.
some horrible shenanigans with that and the Echo Knight, which I have chosen not to use. You'll be thankful to know.
Thanks.
Basically, an Echo Knight, the main body can hide and fire through the Echo. And technically, rules as
Interesting.
written, it would be made with advantage, even if the Echo is like standing in plain sight 5 feet away from the target.
Interesting.
I guess it could be
Anyway,
5 feet
yeah,
away, but yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that when it's on my side.
Mm.
So assuming that 14 didn't hit, I should roll again.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Even if it did, you should roll again in case you crit.
What are the chances?
1 in 20.
ABC, always be critting.
Less than that.
Yeah, to get the same twice would be 1 in 400, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. But it remains out. You are well set for the turns ahead. And it is this creature's turn. It's going to start off by making an attack with disadvantage against Jack. Roll double 15s for a 22 to hit.
Yep. That'll get me.
14 bludgeoning and 14 cold. But you do have a fresh reaction.
I'm hurt, guys. I'm real hurt.
Oh, do you not want to
Oh,
use your
well,
uncanny dodge?
I did.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still hurt. But I no, that's his turn, not my turn. I was gonna say I should get temp HP, but I don't yet.
Yep. You're in the worst place in the initiative to get that temp HP. It swings at Tiny, gets a 12, and misses. The other one, unfortunately, no one came to rescue Asmir, so it's going to make 2 attacks against Asmir. But Asmir has had a turn, so he'll make his attack with disadvantage. Only got a 9, so he'll have disadvantage on the second one. 13 does not manage to hit. It is one of the wolves' turns. The wolf is going to. It's going to shift up. No. Yeah, it wouldn't know. But Alex hasn't had his turn, so that's all right. The wolf is going to shift up and take advantage of pack tactics to attack against Tiny. 24 to hit.
That'll hit her.
15 points piercing, and give me a strength saving throw. This undead wolf clamps these like broken, jagged teeth against your leg and pulls, and you are knocked prone. Oopsie. All right. Alex, you're up.
Huh. So I'm assuming I'm still in range of this guy.
You do get the impression that they have 10-foot reach. They're big old
What's annoying with
bullish.
10-foot reach is if I step up here, I still don't get flanking for him, do I?
No, because you're not technically.
Within 5 feet. That's a load of bull. Hmm. Cool.
Don't forget you have your second wind, so you can get some healing.
Yeah. Trying. I guess I'll see if I'll take the hit so I get the flank so I can hopefully, do better.
All right. It's going to make a
That's gonna
swing
get
with its great
crit.
axe. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, but you do have a
Right.
fresh reaction. If you get at least a 2 on your warding
right.
whatever.
I got another one of those. Awesome. I got a 1.
Oh no. Well, at least you get resistance.
Yeah.
It was going to be 30. You cut it to 15.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, let's hope it was worth it. 23.
23
I guess
hits.
I'm this guy. I rolled wrong, hit the wrong dice. On accident. I'm goofing it. I'm sorry, Colby. I'm goofing.
No worries.
Let's hit roll one more time. 21 would be the highest of the two.
That was
There's
9
21
damage on the
hit.
first hit.
Yes, 9 damage, and the second hit would be a 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Let's do casual 9 again.
That also hits.
Then we're going to bonus action. And then bonus action, we're going to second wind. For 20.
Nice. And you did 33 total points of damage.
Wow, that's like one of their hits.
They're big boys. Y'all playing in the big leagues now.
I don't know for how much longer we will be, though.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. The stealth score you all were making against that perception check was a 16.
Oh.
You all just like,
That was
That was-
miserable
that was
rolls.
close.
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
I know, I was like, are you kidding? Because they're not that stealthy. All right, Asmir, you're up.
Okay, then. I don't know if that actually rolled right or not.
I think so.
Well,
So
it had a
is
weird
that-
formula.
I think the extra 4... Oh, it has a weird formula because you have something that,
Oh.
like...
The one
can't-
thing.
You can't do less than a certain amount of damage.
When I have the +4 for the other thing, if I do fire damage, and yeah.
Well, don't you also... Yeah, Elemental Adept Fire. You can't
Yeah.
roll less than a 2 on a damage die.
Okay.
So it's going
then.
to roll a dex save. It is not good at those. It's going to take that hit, and it is vulnerable to fire. So it takes 28 points of damage. All right. That's a weird spell. Is that action and bonus action?
Yeah, so yeah, it takes a bonus action to activate it or whatever, and then an action to actually use the breath.
Cool.
I think that means from now on, it won't use up any spell slots, and I could just keep doing Dragon's Breath as long as I maintain the concentration, anyways.
All right.
That's all I can do.
It's time for the wolf over by Brick to go. It's going to bite Brick. It's going to miss horribly. And it's Brick's turn.
Wow. Alrighty then. So, Rick's not happy with this wolf in his face. I'm just gonna put it out that way. So he's gonna do what any good person does. And he's gonna kick the dog. Never mind.
That actually hits.
Alright, I kicked the dog. Since I don't feel
Nice.
satisfied, I'm gonna kick the dog again.
Bad dog.
Oh, yeah. Do I get that temp HP now?
Yes, end of your turn.
No, he doesn't because he's not.
Oh,
in the
you're
aura.
outside of it.
Oh, nope, you're right. Yep.
Also, because I'm annoyed, I'm gonna use my bonus action to kick the dog.
Nice. It went from full health to pretty hurt.
Alright, cool. Those two are gonna move over here for me.
All right.
Yeah, that's everything. That's action and bonus action.
All right. It is pretty hurt, but now it's time for your all's favorites, the skeletons. Yeah. How far can it move?
Hold on, I'll be back. I'm gonna do some stuff real quick.
Oh, well, this skeleton's gonna chomp you.
Well, we'll finish that up real quick.
17 to hit misses. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Whew, 27 points of slashing.
Do not like that one.
All right. The other one is going to go. It's going to use a save or suck ability. This is going to be real interesting. Tiny needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I'll go ahead and tell you, this is a real good candidate for a luck point.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work on saving throws?
Yeah.
I'll use that.
That is enough. You lock eyes with this giant skeleton sort of staring down at you on the ground. And it's almost like its burning blue eyes become windows. And you start to be sort of pulled towards them, your vision falling into its eyes. And then you manage to snap yourself out of it. All right. Jack, you're up.
How many temporary hit points am I gonna accrue here?
13.
13.
13? I'll take it.
Mm.
And then I still have advantage, so I will attack with my unlucky blade again. Getting a 23 to hit,
That definitely hits.
dealing 7 piercing and 18 sneak.
Nice.
Not as great as the other one, but still a good little chunk. And the gentleman will have disadvantage on his next attack again. And since I didn't use my bonus action this time, I will also attack with a psychic dagger. Critting.
Oh,
Critting. But at least there won't be any sneak attack added. I don't think I've ever crit with sneak attack.
I was about to say, I actually felt bad for you. The good news is, with that crit, that is just enough to push it over the line, and that thing dies.
11 damage? Nice.
Had 10
Nice,
hit
nice,
points
nice.
left. So at
Perfect.
least it was a crit well spent in that sense.
Then I am going to go try to help Asmir.
Remember, if you end not in that circle, then you don't get that temp HP.
Yeah, I'm going to go right here to the edge. I like Asmir, but not enough to take this thing's hit for him. I'll wait until my next turn.
All right.
Yeah, that's everything for me.
Tiny, you're up. But you're down. You're
I
hot,
am
but you're
down.
cold.
So I've got to use an action to get up.
You're in, but you're out. It's actually half your movement.
Oh, I do that. And I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardians.
All right. That will kick in when you get to the top of their turns. Go ahead and add the radius. All right.
And then for bonus action, that spiritual weapon will attack Skellyface.
All right.
With advantage.
Yep. Uh, 19 will hit. Nice. All right. Anything else?
That should be my turn.
All right. Now we see what happens for Asmir. It's going to once again attack with disadvantage. Best roll is only a 10. It's attacking again. Best roll is a 17.
Oh, yep, that'll do it.
16 slashing. 8 cold. So 24 DC 12 concentration check.
Wait, see, 16, and then what was the other damage?
16 and 8, so 24 total.
Oh, okay. And then Constitution save?
Yes, for your spell.
Yeah.
Just enough. You keep the spell.
Okay. Oh, and this time I can Hellish Rebuke, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what it does. I haven't ever used it, so.
It'll make a dexterity saving throw. It gets a 17. What is your spell save? 18.
18.
Because I give you all crazy stuff. So it's going to take 30 points of damage. All right. That makes it the other wolf's turn. At the top of its turn, it's going to make a Wisdom saving throw, and go ahead and roll that Spirit Guardian's weapon or Spirit Guardian's damage.
Sorry, I had to get back to it.
No worries. Nice. It has half movement. It takes some damage. The damage is going to decide it. It is going to bite at Tiny. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
11 points of piercing damage, and I need a strength saving throw. You have such a crazy amount of health. You succeed on your save. You are not knocked prone. Alex, you're up.
Well, we're gonna hit him.
.24 will hit.
And hit him again.
That also hits.
We'll hit him for a third time.
You are tearing huge chunks out of this thing. That also hits.
19.
High-level fighters, ridiculous.
Let's see here.
And you got one more. If you'd like to use it.
Yeah. Hit him again.
That'll hit. And actually,
Yo.
I'm going to correct this from last time. It's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, so that actually does 20 damage. And I'll tag on the extra you dealt last time. It is almost dead.
I didn't hit him with the Gisarm attack last time.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, you did second wind. That's right.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, well, save my reaction.
All right. Asmir, you're up.
All right. I guess since I still have Dragon's Breath, just try that again and see what happens. Oh, what was that?
All right. We'll do our saving throw. Only a 16. That hurt it a lot.
Okay, then. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do, so that'll be it.
All right. Now it's this Winter Wolf, and it's going to attack Brick with advantage.
I'd rather it not.
23 to hit.
I guess.
11 piercing, and give me a strength saving throw. Jeez. No, yeah, you fine. And it's your turn.
I feel like that should have knocked the wolf prone.
All right. So. This is tricky. All right, I don't like my position right now. So I'm gonna take the bonus action, disengage, spend a key point. Can I do that right?
Yep.
All right. I'm just gonna disengage this group. There we go. We're just gonna appear right here. All right. And then since I still have my attack, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna attack this wolf for them by throwing my hand axes. I think you throw them right. 20 feet. Oh yeah, 15. Perfect. Suck it.
All right. Is that the skeleton or the wolf?
Wolf.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
Does he need another one?
That wolf is not as hurt as the one you were fighting.
Well, there you go. Fine. Alright, never mind. We'll come back to next round. Their AC can't get any lower than like 13, I don't think.
I was going to say, these are beefy, hard-hitting creatures with almost no AC.
Almost.
Almost. So the skeleton that you moved away from can't catch up to you, so it's going to use its save or suck ability. Brick, give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's easy. I pass this all the time. Why should I passed?
Nice.
Whoa.
The other one is going to go. It is getting very hurt. Oh, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, since I ended my turn in the circle, what's the temp HP?
Is it still 13, or did he re-roll it yet?
I'm just gonna assume it's 13.
Okay.
The
I'm
frost
not thinking of
giant
the reason
skeleton
why.
is very hurt by spirit guardians, but is still not dead. It's going to make one last shot. Tiny, give me a Constitution saving throw. Oof, y'all are really doing well on those. All right, Jack, you're up.
All right. How easy is it for me to climb up on these rocks? They look sort of gradual,
Yeah,
but
I
I
would
don't
just
know
call
if
it
that's
difficult terrain.
Oh, that's less good.
Mhm.
Well,
You could just throw daggers at him. That way you don't lose your temp HP.
could I use my rabbit hop to jump up there?
Yeah,
If I jump right, well, if I jump across it, I guess that'll give me the advantage. We'll do that. So I'm going to jump there. I'm going to hit it with my blade, or attempt to anyway. Getting a 27 to hit.
that'll hit.
dealing 9 piercing and 18 sneak. So 27 damage. And it'll have disadvantage on its next attack.
All right. Tiny, you're up.
I'm going to Toll the Dead on. We'll do it on the wolf person. He's hurt already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 17 wisdom save.
All right. Only an 8. Man, cantrips scale ridiculously.
Well, especially that one when they're hurt. It's
Yeah.
insane. It changes it from a D8 to a D12.
It is now very hurt. This is one of those fights now where basically everyone except for the skeleton on the far left is in the red. And Tiny.
Between the skeleton and the wolf, which one looks more hurt?
I'll just flat out tell you, skeleton is going to die at the top of its next turn. As long as you don't drop Spirit Guardians.
We're going to do the spiritual weapon then as the bonus action against the wolf.
All right.
Oh, that was supposed to be advantage.
Oh,
Never
you're
mind,
not
misses
actually
anyway.
flanking the wolf.
Oh, no, you're right.
But 15
they both
hits.
missed anyway. You say the 15 did hit?
Yeah. Nice. It is also very hurt now. All right, action, bonus action. Do you want to move?
If I move just one up, he will still be in. That wouldn't attack. No, that would. Never mind. No, I'm gonna be good where I'm at.
All right. The ice cloud creature has a new target, and it's going to go after Jack. Woof, 24 to hit.
With disadvantage?
Why does it have disadvantage? Oh, you're right, because the first attack has disadvantage. 13, so it's going to make a second attack. 21 to hit.
That'll get me, but I'll use my reaction.
All right. $14 bludgeoning and 8 cold.
And that is reduced already?
No, that's before reduction.
Cool.
All right. The winter wolf is going to go. The winter wolf.
Woof.
It's going to mix it up because it finally has a chance. This is not going to... No, that'd be stupid. It's not going to do that. Instead, it is going to attack Tiny again with advantage. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
12 piercing, and give me a strength saving throw. You are pulled prone again.
Sorry, I'm just hitting the wrong buttons. Ignore that.
No worries. Alex, you're up.
So has Skeleton Man died yet?
No, it'll die at the top of its turn.
I came before me.
Nope. Skeletons are at the bottom of the initiative.
Wrong.
His-
I am.
Oh, I want you to know something, by the way. It didn't help uninstalling McAfee, by the way.
And still, yeah, I wondered. Sometimes they do that, like something that you have to like use another special app to like uninstall things because
Well, then that means I'll slip on down to the wolf. Really tiny. I need you here. We'll let it slide.
What-
Point you on the wolf.
22 will hit. That is enough. That wolf is dead.
Then I would. No, he's going to die. What's the point of attacking him?
Isn't everything going to die? What's the point
Well,
of attacking
eventually, yeah.
anything?
Well, there's nothing else to attack, so I'm going to hit the skeleton.
All right.
29.
29 will hit. And it doesn't matter what you roll, it dies.
Oh, I know what I can do. I moved 5 feet. 10, 15. And then I'll use my bonus action and go into Warden stance. That way, when they come at me, I can hit more than one person.
All right. Very good. Asmir, you're up.
okay then.
Oh. I wasn't looking at you, and I just come back, and you've targeted a breath weapon at Jack.
Oh, I thought I got rid of the. I was checking to see if I used breath weapon, if it would hit him too. So I was deciding.
I'll go ahead and tell you this. There's a very good chance that this thing will die if you can hit it with Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
So what that
Can I
mean
target?
I was going to say is that means that you could like pivot around it
Yeah. So
because
yeah.
it's not going to be important to maintain flanking. Assuming it
Oh
doesn't
right.
save.
Yeah.
I reserve the right for it to save.
So I could kind of move over a little bit to like here or here. Or I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, either way really works.
And, okay, there we go.
All right, that will kill it if it fails its save.
Hmm.
I just put an image in the chat.
What were we checking?
That
You
was
say
the
that
that I said
it
I reserved the
failed.
right for it to succeed after telling him he could move, and then it rolled a nat 20.
So it
But
actually survived the fire breath.
even on half damage, because it has vulnerability, you still kill it.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I had to look and see if that was a half damage thing. Thankfully, it is. I don't know how much you'll need it, but I think you could also walk into the radius before your turn is over.
Okay. I can do that.
All right. It is the other wolf's turn. And yeah, it's going to get to about here. And it's going to finally use its cold breath. So Brick and Alex both need to make a dexterity saving throw. All right.
That seems about right.
But Brick, you are already resistant to cold damage, so each of you is only going to take 6 cold damage. Brick, your turn.
Alright. It's my turn. So, I'm gonna step forward to here. Take it off ruler. Alright. I'm gonna do what any normal person would do. I'm gonna kick the dog. It's a 20 hit.
20 does hit.
Alright. Is the dog still standing?
Yes.
Alright, I kick it again.
That hits. It is just barely still up.
Alright. So I'm gonna use my bonus action, right? And I'm gonna kick the dog again.
That'll hit. And that is enough damage. Just for fun, give me a... We'll just call it a perception check. As you kick this dog to death, there's a sense of wrongness to it. And it takes you a second to place it. The dimensions are warped. There's an air of undeath and horror to this creature. But as you think about it, this creature, it doesn't just seem like Ares. Something about this creature is almost identical to Ares. Not just familiar, not just reminiscent, almost the same.
It's evil Ares.
Mhm.
On a different note, since the end of my turn, What was your temp HP at, if you re-rolled the dice or not?
It was 13.
13.
Still?
Yeah.
Alright. I didn't know, I thought we had it where he re-rolled it every turn.
Yeah, no, he did
Last
reroll.
one.
It stayed 13 for some reason.
All right.
Alright.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm just gonna take a step back and get my temp HP and wait for him to come over here and kick me in.
All right. Alex, go ahead and roll that attack.
22
Failed.
22 will hit.
for 9.
All right. It's going to make one attack against each of you. One against Brick, 26 to hit.
That might touch me. Let me confirm that it does touch me.
It's also 26 damage.
Oh my gosh.
26 to hit against Alex. I feel like my dice are broken.
Yeah, that'll hit.
22 slashing damage. All right, we are up to Jack.
Yep, I'm just going to try and move as close as I can. And how far am I now? I am 60 feet.
If you wanted to, you could stealth before you come around the corner and have advantage.
Oh, because no one's actually next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me try and roll for stealth. See if I get noticed. $32. I imagine I'm probably able to hide behind that tree in front of me a little bit,
Yeah, you're probably good.
and then I'll throw a psychic dagger at him with advantage. Getting a 20 to hit,
20 hits.
dealing 30 damage total. 7 psychic, 23 sneak.
Nice. That was the least hurt of the enemies, and it's now pretty hurt. All right.
Wait, are there other enemies? I only see it.
No, I said it was the least hurt, and now it's pretty hurt.
Okay.
Tiny,
So there aren't any more there.
you're up.
That me?
Yep.
We can move a bit just to get in spiritual weapons, right?
You can what?
Just getting close enough to where it's in the spiritual guardian's range.
So, just for reference, spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. And we're gonna cast Toll the Dead on it.
All
So
right.
17 Wisdom save.
That's a 5. I don't think he'll kill it, but it's going to be real nasty. Oh, what?
It was some bad rolls.
All right, it is still. I mean, it's hurt.
3d12 and I rolled 11.
Yep. Yeah, median is always half the dice plus 0.5. So that should theoretically have done almost 20 damage on average. All right, Alex, you're up.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him again. I'm gonna attempt to hit him. And then I'm gonna smack him. There we go.
Okay, 99% sure it's dead. Yeah, that's plenty. You just go into a furious frenzy and just your glaive just tears this thing apart.
I mean, I could hit him some more.
And here's where we'll leave off. This sudden ambush has left you all ragged and weary, and the cold isn't helping. It feels like every wound is sharper and more painful than you'd expect. And as you have a moment to sit there, you realize, Brick, you take a closer glance at some of these skeletons. And their equipment's pretty ragged. Their clothing it looks like it's been exposed to the elements for decades. But as you look really closely, these are slabs. Or they were slabs. You see just bits of clothing left, but you recognize the materials and the make. You especially recognize the weapons. And that's where we'll come back next week. As we continue your journey down the multidimensional rabbit hole.
Dun dun dun.
All right, I'm going to cut off the stream. Bye, Internet.
Bye.